15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3.
In 1969, humanity attempted the impossible and changed history forever. Millions watched, and decades later, questions appeared. Apollo 11 was one of the most complex engineering projects in human history. Over 400,000 people worked on a single mission. The technology was primitive by today's standards. Computers had less power than a modern calculator. Yet they were trusted with human lives. The astronauts trained for years. Every movement was rehearsed. Failure was not an option. From that moment on, everything depended on the plan.
Shadow. 4 forward, drift into the right a little. 30 seconds forward, drift. Contact light. Okay, engine stop. Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're going to be busy for a minute.
Armstrong is on the moon. Neil Armstrong, 38-year-old American, standing on the surface of the moon. On this July 20th, 1969.
That's one small step for man. One giant leap for mankind.
This was the moment the world had been waiting for.
Beauty all its own. It's like much of the high desert of the United States.
But what people saw would later raise questions.
Beautiful view. Isn't that something? Magnificent sight out here. Magnificent desolation.
As the footage was replayed, some viewers began noticing details. Shadows, light, movement, questions don't begin with answers.
We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other thing.
The moon was never just about exploration. It was a battlefield without bullets.
To be sure, we are behind, and will be behind for some time in manned flight. But we do not intend to stay behind, and in this decade, we shall make up and move ahead.
Every headline carried the same message: who controls the future?
This is astronaut Neil Armstrong, command pilot for the Apollo 11 moon landing mission. What is the purpose of the Apollo 11 mission?
Apollo 11 is man's first attempt to demonstrate the ability to go to the moon, to land there, and to return to Earth.
This animation shows the Apollo 11 mission highlights. After computers plot the trajectory necessary to intercept the moon, the third stage engine is restarted, and the astronauts begin their 3-day journey. Continuing on, the spacecraft's speed increases as a result of the pulling influence of the moon's gravity. It is at this point that Armstrong and Aldrin crawl through the connecting tunnel into the lunar module. After aligning their guidance and navigation systems, the lunar module's engine is fired as a braking maneuver and to regulate their descent. The command pilot will look for the smoothest area to land on. And finally, touch down. Then astronaut Neil Armstrong will descend the last few feet by ladder to the moon's surface. He will be joined by Aldrin, and the two will explore, sample, and set their experiments. About 22 hours after landing, they will launch themselves off the moon, rejoin Collins in the command module, and prepare for the journey back to Earth and a Pacific recovery.
We were there, not because it was easy, not because it was safe, but because, for a brief moment in history, humanity decided to look beyond itself. We crossed the void, we touched another world, and we came back changed. The question is not why we went to the moon. The question is why we stopped. Because the universe is still there, and so are the questions.